It's a lot. Short circuit.
And that's the way.
It's nice stuff they got.
Awesome.
Kurt, you want to pan around and show all the fun stuff
nasty
we're trying to
motherfucker.
put away?
This is revealing. This is showing everybody what the shop looks like all week long.
Yeah,
Before I clean it on Friday.
frantically. Hi, Randall. Are you
Stuck
going
in
to
there,
coffee?
I mean, that's a nasty looking one.
It's grody.
Did you say grody?
Grody.
Oh,
Kurt, I
boy,
haven't
that's
heard that since.
Elementary or middle school.
Well, it's more like high school.
I never realized how fun the word yuck could be until I was watching a Dave Chappelle documentary the other day, and he uses the word yuck in the funniest way.
You should come. It's free.
It's so good.
Do you have like a pavilion or something?
Yuck.
We do.
Oh.
And they don't call. It's
It's weird. I used to do this.
This
This is a
So are those the actual knives that go with that? Because they're like throwing knives?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
There's like some wooden rings for it too.
yeah. You have those?
What? How big are they?
They're
I mean, because we might have them.
they're slightly. I can tell you. Just put that anywhere. That's Kurt's foot. Did you die? Did you get stabbed?
There's a mess. Oh yeah, I should look and see if anybody's on.
They're about this big.
Yeah.
That's
stuff. I'm not
Saba,
even looking
Randall,
at
Tim Rana, Jeffrey Landis,
We're gonna start.
Brandon, hey
I'm
Brandon,
neglecting
Doug
everybody.
Edwards,
You're neglecting.
Corey Rich, the man, the myth,
Hey, Corey's on.
the legend.
What's happening?
Man, that Frankenstein looks awesome. The Frankenstein's not for sale, guys. I'm telling you now.
Jay wants it. Yeah,
It'll-
Corey, that Frank's.
We can sell it after October. I just want to use it for show. Hey, it's not too bad of a lag. The lag is only about 10. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
We're going to show that to you.
It's gonna make more low gas. We have extra trick on dogs now. I think those are the ones that came with it. There's a whole routine in there.
Yeah, this is actually a funny routine. On Monday, I eat tube steak. On Tuesday, I eat tube steak. What do we eat on Friday? Fish.
Whoa, what's happening, guys? John Sterlini. We're here live in Colon, Michigan. The
Magic
Capital of the world!
World!
So, hey, we thought we would give you a view of what the shop looks like Monday. Now, most of the time you guys only get like a small section Monday, and then like Thursday another section or whatever. But so pretty much Monday, this is what we do. We come in. Well, we did have a collection that came in. So actually, we'll look around and so. Jay and I have been goofing off all day, basically, is what we're trying to say. So we pulled all this stuff out.
Then why does my back hurt?
Because there was a lot of work lifting up these little bins.
No, we've been sorting all day.
Yeah, actually we've been sorting and finding a bunch of cool stuff, the deals of the day, treasures with Tam, and also for the auctions.
Do you guys pay top dollar for magic?
Do we pay top dollar? Yes.
Not only top dollar, we pay cash.
Yes.
In hand.
Yes, yes.
That you can spend?
That you
Yeah.
can spend real cash all
We don't
real,
do any of that consignment stuff.
real buckaroo. So there you go. Yeah, actually, if you guys are selling or looking to sell collections, odds and ends, we do pay cash, and has to be a fair win-win deal for all parties involved. So, yeah, the easiest way. Actually, we've never really talked about that on here. So again, we do buy collections. Easiest way is if you have a big box of not so much fun. Take a picture of it. Let us know like how much you'd like for it. If you have hundreds of items, we don't need a detailed list of everything, but just take photos of what you have and some type of ballpark price that you have in mind, and you can take it from there.
Your box of boring could be somebody else's box of fun.
That's right. Share the love.
That needs to be a meme, I think. But let's create that.
Somebody will make it.
So, this was an item we were playing with this afternoon, and I don't know who manufactured these. This is a plastic. This isn't real bamboo. This is a plastic. But okay, since I was trying to figure out because every magician takes stuff apart.
And Mickey loves the tassels.
He loves the tassels. He wants to buy them just for the tassels. But check this out. Here's the gimmicks inside. This is nice heavy brass, and check out the pulley on that. Yeah, this was not like someone went to the fishing supply shop and put some Chinese sticks together. Someone did a really nice job with this. Any idea who the manufacturer is? If you guys know, please chime in, and just kind of curious. But they are really nice and smooth. Great action on them, and yeah. And this is a plastic bamboo. So I don't know. Anyway,
William Marshall Gallagher asked if we need any magic kits.
do we need any magic kits?
Yeah.
Is that plastic bamboo?
It is, yeah.
Plastic.
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 Plastic. There you go. So anyway, that was a set of Chinese sticks that we were playing with. Jay, what other fun things did we find today?
Before we get to that, Savas had a question. Do we have cross I don't know how to say this name.
What is it?
Agustiju, 2 words. Agustiju. It's cross. What is that effect? Is it a card effect or what's Savas?
Cross. Not sure, but we will check.
Randall said he has those exact same sticks.
And
Do they have cork ends? Yes,
They do have cork ends, yes. So, yeah, if you have some idea who manufactured them, again, chime in and let us know.
These
is
were fun.
This
Yeah.
This right here, I've never seen a coin box. Okay, this is not prism tape, so at first I was kind of disappointed.
polish on the aluminum.
Yeah, so this was this is actually a finish on the aluminum, and this is an Orcorto, can't say Orcorto. There we go, box set. So you have your regular box, and Boston, and haven't actually tested that with a $50, but that should be a reduced, so the $50 are not fitting there. So this will probably be an item that we'll be tossing out at some point soon.
And a lot of the stuff we got in today actually had instructions. This was one of the things that did not have any kind of instructions for the maker. And then this one either. This was...
But it's in the cord form, isn't it? The cord form.
The Ocordo routine is in Bobo's Modern Coin Match.
Well, it's more specifically for like the manufacturer. This was...
Have you ever seen a box design like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I forget where, but it was a thing in the 80s or 90s, I think.
I mean, I know Abbott's did this with their blades. You know, 'cause
Brandon
those,
said the meme is posted on the Mayhem page.
Awesome. And then this was it says Magic Bank set. Looks like a bang ring lid and a box that does not come apart.
I don't think it's a bang ring. I think it's a fake box. Or
Well, but I'm just, it looks like a, I mean, which really, if you had,
Yeah, there's one that comes apart, one regular one that doesn't have a top or bottom, and then one lid.
so, I don't know. One of my favorites, I love Mac Magic, most of you guys on here do. This came in as a Chenley water suspension. This is in beautiful condition. We actually have a couple of them. But, yeah, paint is just pristine on that, and gimmick is in great condition, and instructions.
That is like perfect.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So Jay's like, are we going to sell some stuff tonight?
Yeah.
We might
Eric's
have
about
to.
to have stuff, so.
Yeah, Eric thinks Randall already bought everything.
Okay, Eric, we did not get your stuff shipped out today because
And Randall said he needs a yellow one.
Jay was slacking off
What?
playing with all of this magic.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
This is a really highly desirable item. This was put out by Fakini. These are the Jay. What is that? Like 3/8? What size is this?
You stopped with the we're selling something.
Well, let's tease him and bug him for a little bit, because I know Eric is sitting in his chair like, oh.
No, Eric is cussing me on the thing right now.
Perfect.
You too, though, so I don't feel bad.
Good.
He knows you're full of.
What? Can you tell what size those are? Is that about 3/8?
They're little.
They're little.
I got a set of calipers back here.
Well, cool. We'll give you the exact dimensions in just a minute. So this is a set of 7 balls put out by House of Fakini. Again, as you guys know, long unavailable. And I don't know, maybe we'll toss that out tonight for a little mini auction. Found some other stuff. Oh, Ireland multiplying golf balls. So I remember these from back in the 80s. This was prior to Fakini putting out the golf balls. I mean, these were the standards if you wanted to do multiplying golf balls. This set has 4 balls and 2 metal shells in really nice condition. And what else is cool? It has the Ireland ball routine with it. So, complete instructions with it. Very cool. Ireland multiplying golf balls. Jay is measuring the Fakini.
Yeah, they're 3/8.
3/8?
Yeah.
Cool. So, and Keith, do you remember the orange color that they put out? Because they had like rocket red and I don't know.
Push pop orange. I have no idea.
Frank used to experiment with the colors.
So, orange set. I think maybe we'll auction those off later too.
What do you use those for?
Oh, like 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket, or whatever.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Ball and net.
Ball in the net. What? Huh? What? Huh?
Ball and net?
Oh, well, come on down here. Oh, you want to show them that, don't you?
Yeah, actually, let me give
Not
it.
for sale.
I'll put the picture back in. The picture's
Keith
out of it, so
Stack.
we could have
okay.
it.
We'll talk about something else. Oh, Jeff Hobson, do you happen to be on tonight? Here's the thimble trick. So great routine that Jeff put out a few years ago. Here's another awesome item that you come across every once in a while. Jim Steinmeier's Not Unexpected.
Oh, cool.
This is a gimmick knife for basically doing cut and restored rope. So, well, tidbit for those of you that aren't familiar, you have a loop of rope that goes in here in the action of grabbing. So you have someone stop you wherever you'd like the rope. Right here, come over, pull the loop out, and then cut it and tie it, pull the knot off, done. So, beautifully made gimmick knife. This is brought by Hank Lee, I believe in the late 80s. Not unexpected. Jay's getting it set, and we'll give him just a moment. What other fun things do we have to share with everybody?
He said he knows about that.
You know about this?
I do. It's one of his first publications.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because
Jim Steinmeier's Strange Power and Other Problems for Magicians.
other problems. Awesome. Yes, we came across this. Jay and
I
I.
think this was the first. This was, I believe, the first collection of some of his. It's all stand-up material. This was the first collection that ended up sort of morphing into the Conjuring anthology. Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very cool stuff in there. Though.
Copyright. Entire
Right.
context
Early
92.
90s. Yeah.
So. Lessons with napkins. Yeah, fun stuff.
His toner restored napkin work is super, super duper amazing good. And that, but I just saw. Can I point out something? I don't know if it's for sale tonight, but I just saw something that I get kind of excited over. I guess I just came off the farm, by the way. I'm not just a normal overall hillbilly every day.
No,
Hard
he
to
goes
believe.
to court like that. Don't let him BS.
Your Honor, he not guilty. He didn't do it.
Awesome.
This Bob White teaching the Torn and Restore napkin. If you need something to throw in your case, you got 3-4 minutes, and it'll actually fool the hell out of you. Our good friend Martin Lewis, who we just lost, had a great version of this as well. But the teaching on this is like, if you don't have this and you actually perform, you need it. And yeah, you can just put that in a different. Yeah, I would do that. If you don't have it, you just don't even make it for sale. Just,
Well, there's speaking of cool things. So I was actually telling Jay about this book. Gosh, about a month or so ago. Do the stuff that you, Chris Carey. Great stuff. One of the few books that I actually kept in my personal collection. And it's a lot of stuff that it doesn't fit what I do, but his theories on performing and presentation and so on, just really cool stuff. So we're going to hold on to this. Jay's going to read that, and we'll probably drop that in auction one night.
William Marshall Gallagher was asking what's in the box. Imagine that.
Which box?
This one.
Ooh,
I'm assuming he said this one. He said blue box.
blue box.
We don't know. It's Cagliostro's Spectacles. Have you ever heard of that?
Cagliostro.
Cagliostro's.
I think they're those like. No, that's not what I thought they were.
They're pretty pimp.
Those are the best. Some of those I've ever
Make the meme now, Brandon.
seen. That's just wrong. But I bet it's magical.
What is the effect?
It does have a deck of playing cards and then a regular
Yeah.
deck.
Well, it's not marketed as being able to get you chicks.
Magic.
This is weird.
That was cool.
What in the world?
Well,
Is it like one of those things where like you breathe on it and it makes the
I don't think it's quite that.
go like pen? Oh yes. I don't think he's guilty.
The glasses are just for the gag.
This is a long way to go.
They're for the.
They're actually funny. I mean, it's.
Do you have court tomorrow morning?
I do. I should wear
I think
these.
you should take them with you.
Right on the Zoomer.
That'll be awesome. Well, Jay's going to share with you a trick that we are not selling because as soon as we saw that today, I'm like, that's mine.
This is so cool.
And you guys saw this at the beginning, but he is awesome.
I know I'm simple, but I still don't exactly know how that works, and I don't want to know.
I don't know what an actual routine is to get any time out of
Who
one.
cares?
Of
It's
those.
so cool.
I'm putting this in the show for next month, for October. But
Just pull it out and go, hey, look at this, guys. And
Right.
people
This is
clap.
cool. Boom, boom, boom.
does anybody know of any good routines with these, like in any books or anything?
That's the first one I've seen that's not like about Jesus.
Or Christmas. We have a Christmas.
Was there a Christmas one?
Yeah, we have one that we'll use in December for Christmas trees and Santa.
There is another one that's out, Haunted House, with cars and everything.
We had a
which
haunted
is
house one.
fantastic.
That was really, really cool. It had the bats and
Yeah,
everything.
Frankenstein was
Right.
awesome.
So, hey,
Hey,
let's
can you tell me what is that thing?
this thing.
Yeah, it's like a tube for furries or something. What is that?
Jay, can you grab the other piece? This is
Oh,
actually,
actually, Randall was just asking about that.
this is a Mac Magic Circle production. And I actually asked a couple of friends, and Derek, if you're on tonight, and I know there's a few other Mac guys that watch, we were not sure the
Why?
name of this, when this was put out, but this is basically a circle production. And metal tube, there's your gimmick tube, and your clear. Okay?
This
And
is the.
this is, I think, the Moonstruck table that Mac Magic put out. This is basically a table but with a little different finish. So you just, instead of having your square, you have this. And, do your, it's much easier if it's on the floor instead of up on the counter. So again, do your typical square circle, show whatever, reach in, produce. I mean, obviously it's about the size of this tube, so you could produce a rabbit, couple
I'm
rabbits.
imagining that's rare.
I'm kind of believing that it is.
I would hope so.
I would hope so.
Some Mac collector is missing that piece.
So someone's
Maybe
probably
like that.
looking at this like, yeah, I'm glad they only made one of them. But
Go on the Christmas show.
Yeah.
And this is the finish that was on there because we had actually pulled away part of this just to see if it was painted underneath. And it was unfinished metal, so it was meant to have this beautiful red furry finish on it. So
Good enough.
there you go. Oh,
Oh, let me get
Randall wants to know if you have to vacuum it.
So we found this. This is kind of like the thing, but it's the.
can they see the little evil face
I don't
on
know
that?
if they can see him. He's ugly. But what is this? This is Creature, Keith Lack. I think that's super creepy and funny.
And I think that's going in your box of fodder.
Yeah, you're not getting Joey.
What?
Should we go in?
Is Joey on tonight? So a couple guys, or Brandon asked, gave us a couple suggestions for some topics, some things to discuss. One of them was about finding a name and how do you find your own name. And we were just discussing this with, speaking of Joey, with Joey last weekend, weekend prior, I'm sorry. He's working on his stage act and character development, kind of a little bit of everything. And one of the things that came up was his name, because he also, his real name is Joey Joseph Robert, so he goes by a couple of different names. But someone had told him a few years ago to go by. You guys? What does he actually go by? Professional.
Rob Cross as Magic.
Rob Cross is Magic? Okay. So one of the things is we were talking to him about coming up with a character and a name for yourself, and this would apply to anyone, is what what name fits you and suits you. Joey Cross, to me, that sounds like a kiddie entertainer. Well, Rob Cross sounds a little more sophisticated, and he is a family entertainer, and more of a kid show performer. And I think Joey Cross really kind of sells it a lot more. And also with the Rob Cross, Joey Cross, like, well, who are you? How many different websites do you need? And what is your real character? Myself, I kind of I lucked into my name, and for those of you that thought that I made it up or made it up for the magic shop, no, that is my real name.
You mean you're not from Sterling Heights?
No, I'm not from. But I will be honest. John Sterlini wasn't the name that I was born with. I did change it. It used to be Bob Sterlini, so I changed it for.
Rob Sterling.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Hey, we spent all day writing that. No, so anyway, like I just lucked into it. But if I was like a real kid show performer or whatever, would I go with that? I don't know that I would. I'd probably
Johnny Gizmo.
Johnny Gizmo.
Johnny Gizmo.
I think there is a Johnny Gizmo.
That,
I just created that, okay?
That's awesome.
Trademark.
Oh.
but no. So as far as like Keith, do you have any suggestions or ideas
For
as
what?
far as? One of the questions is how do you come up with a name, stage name,
You've
performance
never used
name?
one, right?
I take the fifth. No, it's one of those things that, I would work on your act first before you worry about the name thing. I am in a little bit of a different situation. I think if I was going to go back performing full time, I probably wouldn't use my regular name that I used to use, only because, now you search me and I'm like Mr. Entertainer or Mr. Lawyer Guy, and it's like murder case with Keith Stickley, and you're like, oh, like, do I want him at
Room to
Susie's?
gorilla.
Yeah, right. Do I want him at Susie's birthday party? Like, that's strange. I always like in the show stuff that I do now, like with the sideshow and that, it doesn't really have my name anywhere on it. Like, I have two companies that are, so I just kind of brand it that way, and that way I can hire other performers and that kind of thing. I would probably make some version of my name if I was going to go out and do an act. Now, I don't think it matters as much as people think. I think back in the day, I think it mattered a lot more. Because, well, that looked good on a poster, and there is an aesthetic quality to certain names. But now with like social media and everything else, and kind of everything being abbreviated anyway, and you're at little whatever, I think what you do matters a heck of a lot more than what they call you. Yeah. I wouldn't sweat it until like a manager tells you, hey, I'm going to invest in blah 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 or help you do this, that, or the other. And by the way, your name sucks, and then then you maybe think about it. But I don't worry about it that much.
Jay, talk about your name.
I changed my name when I first started doing entertainment for two reasons. First, because I hate my first name, which is Jeremy, because everybody says Jeremy and pronounces it weird. And I just always hated it. So I just abbreviated that to Jay. And I changed my last name because it's Brenniger, and it's weird, it's hard to pronounce, no one knows how to say it, no one can remember it, no one can spell it. So that's how I changed, why I ended up using a stage name to begin with, because it just was a name that was hard to remember. And that's the only reason I ever changed my name when I started doing entertainment. I recently did a name change again, but that was because the name I used was when I first started working. I used it a lot, and the branding kind of stuck, and then it got hard to change it. And then I quit working for a couple of years because of COVID, kind of, and Facebook shut down my account. I got hacked, and I couldn't get it back because I never put my real name on it. It only had my stage name. So that's why I ended up changing my name this last time, and I was getting ready to any way I wanted to, so that's why I went with Blackwell.
That's actually a
Because
good point to
Brenniger
mention,
sucks.
because someone else we were just talking about, within the past week, didn't they get hacked and they couldn't get their
It's common.
Yeah,
it's
it
super
they
happens.
couldn't
common
get
on social
their
media.
stage name or whatever performance name
Yeah,
back.
I
because
mean,
of
look
that.
at Juju had the same problem for
Actually, it
years.
was Juju. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had a problem for years. And if you like to get in legal trouble, and wear purple and pretend like you used to do Dove Magic, maybe it's a good thing to have a different last name. But that's no, but
That you only know.
along those same lines, though, that's a valid reason to do it. I mean, seriously, It's funny. I walk when I drive into work, when I drive into court. There's a
Dressed just like that.
dressed like this. He's not guilty. I swear to God. They say, this doesn't happen in the major metro areas, but in a lot of rural areas, you listen to Hillsdale radio. I know who I'm arraigning because they kick out everybody who got arrested, regardless if they're innocent or not. They say their name and what they're charged with on the radio. I mean, they do it in Homer. They do it in Calhoun County. They do it in
A lot of
they
places
do it
have
here.
a newspaper.
Yeah.
Like a little paper that's
So
dedicated to that with all their mugshots.
you might not, you might get, maybe your taillight's out, and suddenly they find out you had a little too much to drink, and suddenly it's like, oh, this guy or that guy. Where if you're really, Jim, Blagazavitz, and you go by, Johnny Rocket, or whatever, then they're like, hey, Jim Blagazavitz got pulled over for, and everyone's like, well, whatever. Same thing with checking into hotel rooms. I mean, even people who have stage name will check in under completely different names for the same reason. If you ever get big and famous, you don't want to check in under your own name. People harass you.
I would suggest this: if you do change your name, that you go through the work to put the paperwork in place that it is your name. So that you're not investing in it just, for somebody else to take it or procure it or whatnot.
Well, legally, would you?
You'd
that be
almost
just
need
a
to have.
DBA?
You
Would that
need
just
a
be a
DBA. You
trademark?
might want to copyright it.
Can't do that.
Can't copyright?
No, but you can trademark. You can claim trademark.
Okay.
You can claim trademark on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Blackwell
But-
can completely say, hey, that's my trademark. I'm a performer. I'm a magic sideshow whatever guy. And you could go into any court in the state of Michigan if somebody else started doing a similar act and calling themselves Blackwell, and you would have rights to it.
But the simple reason, and I argued against changing your name, and as Keith said, until an agent tells you that you need to do that
Yeah.
for professional purposes because it's similar to somebody else who's performing the Gregory Wilson. We've heard of that. We've heard of others.
Man, one of those guys got the short end of that stick.
And unless there is a good reason to change it, I argued against it. For the simple matter of somebody writes a check to your stage name, and your bank doesn't recognize it. That
Yeah.
creates a
Which I've
problem.
had happen.
So if you have a DBA, if you have any of those things, and you go to a birthday party, and if you do it, if you do change your name, do it the whole way, and make sure you get a DBA. Make sure you have some intellectual property with that, and your bank is going to recognize you.
And please don't change your name to like Johnny Magic.
Johnny Gizmo.
Oh,
Johnny Gizmo.
Hey, are we selling something tonight or what?
Yeah, let's sell some stuff. So I hope that
natives are
answers
getting
some
restless.
questions, and we're trying to tease him, trying to get Eric's blood pressure up. So
They just want to give you money.
should we toss these out
Do it.
tonight? All right. So once again, these are a Fakini. It's a set of 7. Should we do an auction and do it for like an hour or so, or how did we do that last
What are
time?
you talking? Sell the thing.
Sell the thing.
I need a freaking Snickers.
Sell the thing.
All right, here
Take
we
the
go.
money.
And should we do those too?
I think there'd be.
One of those might have to come home with me. I used to make fun of this trick. I'd be like, this is the dumbest reading trick. And then you know who I saw do this thing? Of all people?
Dwayne?
No. Jeff McBride. Put it on one of the Stage
yes.
Magic whatever.
Yep.
And I was like, son of a biscuit. That's a good trick. It's a really good trick.
Randall said yes, hour-long auction.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
Randall?
An hour-long auction with
I
2
think I'm
items.
doing life tonight. That's going on.
All right, tell you what, let's auction off this set right here. This is in beautiful condition.
Is that new or old, or are they the same? What's the deal?
I'm going to go with this is a newer version of Mac.
Okay.
I don't think this is one that was made in China or overseas. But yeah, this is probably the nicest one I've seen, and well, aside from getting them new. And there's a couple little blemishes, but I mean nothing that's even you know, nothing really noticeable. And again, do have instructions for these gimmicks in nice condition class. So there you go.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like the
Chen
guys are
Li.
very interested in an
No.
auction. Yeah, they're not really commenting much
All
about
right,
it.
well-
Randall wants to, but it's
All right,
not
then.
really an auction if there's only one bidder.
So should we just say goodnight?
Keith really wants it too, though. So
Gosh, I kind of do, man. It's just a cool thing. The description in the catalog, Mac should have had Abbott's write it, because Abbott's, you know, I mean, they like, you think you're going to
Make it
be,
sound like a miracle.
yeah, you're going to be Jesus with a tin can, you know. But this thing is, really legitimately awesome.
Wait, oh, Jesus with the tin can?
Yeah, I mean, Abbott's would sell you that catalog, man. I mean, they're like, this is a tin can. There's no finer tin can. It's the best tin can. All the people will give you money with this tin can. Every professional needs this tin. You're like, if I could afford that tin can, I'd be Jesus. But
So you know the sad thing,
this is so good though.
we have a second one, but do not have a gimmick. And someone also put felt in here, so we're just going to set that.
What was the
aside.
comment that made everybody else?
Randall said no when I said no auction. Britton said yes, auction. Doug Edwards said yes, auction. I shaved for tonight, even my legs.
Okay, so we're not having an auction.
Eric said auction the water suspension. All right, there's some guys that want.
All right, let's
I think
auction
we
this
should.
up. Let's
I
go
think
ahead.
we
Let's start off with a $10 bid on that bad boy.
$10 right here.
And the Fakini balls again, 3/8. There's seven balls in there. Let's go ahead and start off. Let's start off with a $5 bid on that bad boy. And Jay, should we find another item or two? No. Yes. No. Yeah. Let's see where that goes.
Oh.
Should we show them this too? This is pretty cool. This, well, you guys know what this is. This is an original Daryl Hole card. This is the nice heavy stock cards. This is not the China-made version. This is one of the originals in great condition. Keith, you familiar with this routine?
I am not actually. Is this similar to the Billy McComb whole thing? I really don't know what it is.
So basically, you start, you end up with one hole, and then a whole lot of holes, and there's one gimmick card.
Card with a hole.
Yeah, and you have a whole card, and then a card with a hole. Just a whole
bunch of
routine.
stuff.
No, we're not going to do the Kavori sticks tonight, Doug. That'll be on, I think, Thursday, though.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said they're Kavori. Or he thinks they're Kavori anyway. He said they made real bamboo ones and plastic bamboo ones.
Really? Really?
Bikini balls are at 20. Britton, you said 40. Is that on the liquid suspension?
All right, and we're going to toss this out tonight too. The whole card by Daryl, and once again, this is in great condition, long unavailable, and the original nice thick stock cards. We're going to auction that off tonight also. So, long start, go ahead and get a $10 bid on that bad boy.
All right, bikini balls 20. Britton's $40 on
Got
the
it.
water suspension.
The water.
Hey, not to be squirrel, but can I be squirrel for a second?
Sure.
You still have some of those amazing multiplying bottles?
We have
Yes.
Dude.
4 sets of those.
Dude. Those are so flipping nice.
You need another set?
I don't need another shot, but they are so
Well,
like
wait.
you see them on a shelf, you're like, oh, it's a wine bottle. Oh, it's one of those.
It looks like a real one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keith, the wife is banned from the group, so
I don't need a
feel free.
second one. I'm not using my first one. I need to, but I'm not. It's great.
No. All right, the Fakini balls are at how much? 20 bucks. 21.50.
Whole cards.
Did
at
someone
10.
say 21.50?
No, it's 21.
Oh, just 21. Okay. And then the Mac water suspension is
40.
40
Whoa!
buckaroonies.
I'm out. That's
How
rich.
about the Daryl Hole card?
That's at 10 for speed.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap things up for tonight. Go ahead and get your final bids in, and we'll call it in just a couple of
Tell me a
minutes.
joke, John.
I don't know joke sheets.
Come on, just tell me one.
Dude, you've seen my ad.
With the amount of time that it takes you to tell a joke, somebody's going to have a really high bid. Tell me a joke.
You know, sad thing, I used to manage a comedy club, so I would see 6 shows a week. Thursday, a couple Friday, a couple Saturday. By Sunday, if someone said, "Tell me a joke," I'd be like, "I got nothing."
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I do a silent
I
act.
don't even have a joke, dude.
money. That's why I have you guys here. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll close out the Mac Chen Li water suspension. Again, this is in beautiful condition. It is at $40. Is the Britain. Again, gimmicks in really nice shape. Glass. And
how much is parking at Sterling's?
how much is part?
Oh.
Little hidden joke there.
Whole card 12. It's already at 12.
All right. So we're going to close this out. $40 to Britain.
45, so Saba.
45 to Sama.
Oh.
And Corey
All right,
wants
we'll
to
give
see
that
the
just a
bottles,
moment.
Too. You want to show the bottles real quick again?
All right,
Yeah,
get
show
your
the
final
bottles.
bids in. We're going to show the bottles real quick. Corey, if you want my personal preference, and I'll tell you why, just because, well, they're purple. These are, and for those of you that haven't seen them, these are a set of 8. They are $270, I believe, and just absolutely beautiful. So we have a set in purple, and they do come with the tubes, and it is an aluminum tube. And we also have a blue set and a yellow gold set. And there they are.
Either one looks good.
These are absolutely beautiful. And one of the smallest bottle will hold liquid, so at the end you can actually pour.
And these are how much?
I believe they're $270 per set. Tam, is that correct? $265.
I
Whatever.
thought they were $279 for some reason.
Let's go with $265 tonight. So that sounds good to me. What do you think, Jay?
Nice.
Say yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Doug
perfect.
Edwards said
All right.
probably the most realistic bottles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
We got something coming in pretty soon for you, Corey. Though you're going to really like it.
Ooh.
Yes, Wednesday,
Yeah,
I think.
we'll tease them with that soon. So here we go. Let's close out the Chen Li water suspension.
50, Britain.
It's at $50,
Yep.
and I think we've given enough time. Here we go. $50 going once, $50 going twice. Sold 50 buckaroonies to Britain. Thank you, Britain.
Randall said the box they come in is worth the price. Oh, we forgot
Oh.
to show Corey the box. That's the
Oh,
important thing.
yeah.
So there's a pack one. They actually
You
come
don't even know how many
in a
people are
really
like, I'll
nice
take them if they
display
come in the
box
box.
too.
Boxes are awesome. Magicians love boxes. The key
All right.
flying balls 26.
All right, bikini balls, $26. The whole card.
Who's at 15, Jason Lee.
All right. Let's go ahead and we'll close those 2 items out.
Oh, 15, 27.
All right, 27 buckaroonies. What else?
You want to show the regular liquid suspensions that you sell? If Corey was interested in it, maybe you should show that.
Actually, we'll show these real quick while you guys get your final bids in. So we do have these. These are, we actually put these together. They're very Mac-esque.
Hey, Franzo's on.
So here's a set that we have. This is plastic glass and
Shoot, Eric got there
gimmick.
first. Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
there we go. And these are
Eric has it at 30, right?
Yep.
these are $25. And if you guys are interested, let us know, and we'll put one in your big box of fun.
I thought Corey would like to see that. He was interested in that. If it's something you'd like to put in your show, that's a good worker.
31.
I think this one's probably going to end up on someone's shelf.
Yeah,
Well, on
I
Brooklyn's
hope
shelf,
it does.
right?
Yeah. I mean, really, stuff like this that you can't find, that's worth displaying, not performing with. So, all right. What are the prices? Whole card,
Balls are at 31, David Carl.
31.
And then,
Are we gonna-
15.
Are we
Whole
going to
card
allow
is
the
at
$1 bid since we're not on a Thursday night auction? This is just kind of a random play.
We could do that, but let's make it quick. So, here-
Okay. Eric's calling him on it. So if you guys don't know, when we bid on you can bid in $1 increments up to $30. After $30, bid in $5 increments. That way we're not here all night. And also, if it's not worth $5 more to you, just don't bid on it. So that's why you guys are being flagged on it.
you know what we missed tonight?
What?
What if happens if they wait until we call it and say going once, going twice? What's going to happen?
They're going to miss it because there's a Facebook flag.
Yeah, and then if you miss it, you're
Gonna-
probably
Crying like a baby.
there. You go. We'll get your final bids in, and Keith mentioned something coming up in just a few weeks. Scott Alexander and David McCreary will be visiting us for the Magic Capital stand-ups happening right here. It's only $75 for the weekend, so we'll have shows, lectures, food, and fun. And once again, it's September 23rd and 24th. It's a Friday.
Guess
and
what's
Saturday.
still available?
What's still
If
available?
you want to stay right next door, you can stay at the Blackstone Lodge.
So
Airbnb.
And could you literally like crawl outside from the Legion to that?
You can go from the Legion, not that I would know, to your bed in
30
under 10 steps. If you get real creative.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, if you need a place to stay, contact Keith. Also, I think Carl has some lodging. So, yeah, hook us.
No worries, David, Carl. I knew you hadn't bid on here, so that's why I threw that out there. And thank you for your $35 bid.
All right. Should we go ahead and close out the balls?
yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they've been sitting still for a minute.
All right. So $35. Here we go.
Hi, Keith Curl.
$35 going once, $35 going twice, and sold 35 buckaroonies. So one last item, and we're gonna call it an evening. The whole card with instructions and cards. Again, original thick stock. This is at $15. Let's call it $15 going once, $15 going twice, and sold $15 to Jason. Thank you, Jason.
Jason.
So, well, there's a couple of fun items for you this evening. We do have a ton of stuff that we'll be tossing out for deal of the day and also on auctions the next few weeks. And we have a few more collections coming in. Actually, I don't even know what's coming in. So,
We need a bigger building.
it's kind of like Christmas for us, isn't it?
Yeah, except it's work. It's fun, but
Yeah, it's really
work.
tough playing with Magic all day. So, hey, if your big boxes of fun didn't go out today, well, you know why. We'll be packing things up the rest of the week. So, by Friday, we should have most of the collections out. So,
David Carl said the real prize was beating Eric in a bidding war.
he's supposed to PM that to us, not like put it publicly. But anyway, well, hey, on behalf of the gang, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning with Deal of the Day with Jay at promptly 10:30ish. So,
Yeah, it's already recorded, so it'll be out 10:30, 10:45.
So, well, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you then. Have a great night, guys.
Bye, guys. Take it easy.
That's just and,
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Maybe you should save it for another week.
Dollhouse.